Hello, I am Phyzik, the one and only human YouTuber. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed today's video, please do leave it one of those wicked likes and subscribe if you want to help support me and my channel. If you want lots more content, I have a Patreon, I have a Twitter, and the links, they're in the description. So, yes, Physic's lost it, finally. What the actual bloody hell is going on? You will not fathom what we are going to be looking at today. ONISION, our favourite cybernetic friend, has recently done something so shocking that I can't believe the whole universe isn't talking about it. It is just the most horrendous thing you could possibly say. You know, sort of career-ending thing you could say. And am I surprised? Yes, actually, by this in particular, because this is the sort of thing that ONISION doesn't like. Because he's such a definitely real left-wing activist that's always doing activist-type things, that he definitely does, and definitely does them, I was shocked that this sort of thing could pass through his dead, cold, cybernetic brain and exit henceforth from his mouth tubes. So, we're going to be talking about that today. Let's dive in, I suppose. ONISION! Isn't that just a lovely surprise? The man who I've never talked about before, not even once. Find me some evidence that I did. I dare you. I'm also going to be starting a new series. Don't know if you guys are going to be interested in this sort of thing, but I'm going to be talking about wacky pseudoscience and, you know, that sort of thing. Crystal skulls, magical healing items sold for $90 per pill, that sort of stuff. So the first episode is either going to be on Goop, Gwyneth Paltrow's ridiculous line of highly expensive alternative medicines. Or I will be talking about raw water, that very safe and healthy thing that everyone should be drinking, including you and your kids. So as much as ONISION would like you to think that he's a shining example of anti-racist views, he's actually quite the opposite. I would now like to focus your attention to ONISION calling this typical black hair type as disgusting.
Pretty sure she doesn't even necessarily wash that. And I know that I'm not attracted to that. I'm more attracted to something like this, and that there's a good chance that that doesn't smell like dead rat. Dead rats. Unlike probably haven't washed my hair in 4 years girl over here.
I would also like to focus your attention to this greasy buffoon attempting to further prove how anti-racist he is by wearing blackface in a video to do nothing but antagonize a whole race of people of which he doesn't belong.
What I'll show you is the start of the video where he explains that he's wearing a mud mask.
This is just a face mask. I've done many face mask videos before.
This is pathetic, ONISION. This is absolutely pathetic. People got really annoyed by this, so he left a comment saying, explains mud mask in beginning of video, conveys really positive message, people hear nothing said because they're obsessed with mud mask. Grow up, kids. Are you joking? Grow up, kids. What? You're the one that needs to grow up. You've purposefully worn blackface. Yes, blackface. It's not a mud mask, you idiot. Any human, any normal human would have taken the mud mask off before starting the video. You obviously wore that mud mask in a video about race to jab and provoke people and annoy people.
ONISION would like you to think that he rides the highest horse in the galaxy, looking down on all the peasants with a smug face of contempt for all us disgusting humans with our emotions and our empathy and our compassion. Ugh. Filth. He's becoming quite well known for how highly he regards himself above everyone else. He loves to constantly make people feel small and insignificant. Why he gets such a kick out of this, I don't know, but he does this frequently. If you look through his Twitter, he constantly attacks people, claiming that we're all stupid idiots and he's the smartest of smarty pants. It's unbelievably frustrating how anyone could be in a relationship with the most critical man in the world, who actually doesn't have a single ounce of critical thinking. He doesn't have a single ounce of respect or care or thought behind anything he does. Watching his videos is like suffocating on all this arrogance. It's constant. It's a barrage of narcissism. And for ONISION, his channel has truly been run into the ground. It is nothing but a slow motion train wreck that you can see from outer space. Now, this is the thing. I'm pretty sure maybe 70% of his viewer base are simply there to watch him crash and burn. The rest are his very young and impressionable fans that he still has his, evil mind control over. So the reason why I'm saying this is because it makes no sense to me why he would constantly attack the people that watch his videos. Why he wants to act like he's better than everyone. Is that really how you're going to gain back a viewer base? It makes no sense to me. It is an idiotic way to run your channel. But, it has become apparent over the years that this bucket of bolts we're talking about today has some of the most ignorant and self-centered views on just about everything. Notably, addiction. This is a guy who loves to think that he understands the world, that he loves to understand all these issues. He speaks out about depression and self-harming as if he understands that, when this is a man who, when he evidently has no empathy, as in no empathy, so how could he possibly put himself in the shoes of others and understand these issues? Bro, you don't understand weed or being a stoner or addiction. In his mind, if you're an addict, you're a lying scumbag just because that's what he thinks. That is a foolish, narrow-minded, ignorant position to have on this. Can't trust a stoner who can't even be honest with themselves about the drug they're addicted to. Yeah, if you smoke weed, you're addicted to it. It's as simple as that. What, you smoke weed every couple of weeks to be social with friends because you actually, enjoy it and the effects that it produces. Oh, ONISION drinks beer. Oh, you're addicted to it. I mean, alcohol is one of the most dangerous and addictive drugs on the planet, but no, because it's not illegal, then it's a problem. And I'm not just being one of those typical stoners that's like, oh, alcohol's really terrible, weed's a plant, man, all plants are healthy, because evidently not everything that's natural is good for you, which is something I'll be talking about in a future video. I knew a girl who was addicted to it, she admitted it, we were cool. What, Billy? No, you weren't cool though, were you? You said you were going to chain her to your basement and get her to tattoo liar on her back. It doesn't really sound like you were cool, and she publicly addressed how much of a scumbag you are and how you were ruining her life, how you were invading her privacy and not letting her get any peace of mind. Yeah, sounds like you were well cool, dude. Why can't y'all be the cool, self-aware stoner? Why you gotta be the dumb liar stoners? Yeah, if you smoke weed and don't admit that you're addicted to it, then you're a lying scumbag. Yeah, you really understand addiction, mate. You really do. And yeah, just to add to that, not really sure what's going on with ONISION on his Twitter, telling people that smoke weed and stoners that they're horrible, terrible people, that they smell terrible, that they make terrible life choices. One message here says, when you think you're making me look like I don't know what I'm talking about while actively supporting my case, weed is addictive. Checkmate. You're not playing a game, buddy. What you're doing, I mean, does he still think drugs are actually mentally addictive? Like, that's not a thing. You either get physically addictive drugs, or you get people that have addictive personalities due to a natural lack in dopamine for whatever reason. It's also great that he bullies people with addictions, being people that have usually come from either broken homes or abuse. So calling these people terrible is perpetuating that abuse. So well done. Yeah, weed can be addictive, so can food, so can anything. So great logic. Don't really know what you're trying to get at here. I'd love to debate you, because you haven't got a clue what you're talking about, even though you really think you do. You know, addiction is just another mental illness. It's not like being an addict makes you some sort of lying scumbag instantly. It is a very damaging mental illness. You know, most people that grow up to become addicts usually come from broken homes, damaged families, horrible, horrible lives. But nah, screw them, they're just lying scumbags. This is all basically to further back up my point that this man has no goddamn clue what he's doing with his life, but still acts as if he is above everyone, up on a pedestal, the smartest man in the world, and all of you are just foolish peasants beneath him. With all that being said, now let's address the reason why I made this video in the first place. There is a YouTuber by the name of Repzion, and Repzion and ONISION have been having this back and forth for quite a while now. But recently, ONISION basically lost it. He lost it. He really lost it and said some unbelievable things, which is what we're going to be talking about. The thing is, this is kind of like the Streisand effect, where basically an issue would have gone away if you hadn't addressed it. So this is something ONISION always does. Repzion makes these videos on him, and ONISION doesn't want Repzion making videos on him, to the point where he said to Repzion that this is slander and I'm gonna get you sued, because that's how the legal system works. If you talk about me, then I can sue you legally somehow, for some reason. No, it really doesn't work like that. ONISION's making videos on a public website, so yeah, you are absolutely within right to criticize him if what he's doing is absolutely mental, which it usually is. So ONISION doesn't understand this sort of system. He's done this before, threatening to sue people, which he will never ever follow through with because it's so ludicrous. Yeah, they've been having this back and forth, and you know, ONISION does horrible things, but Repzion has also done something I really disagree with. Repzion applied for ONISION's Patreon, but then shared a lot of the private content and information. And I think that's a really bad, terrible thing to do, and he shouldn't have done that, but hopefully he regrets doing that. The rest of everything is fine. You know, if you upload something to a public forum, fine, talk about it, but that's his, you know, his private content. I would hate for someone to do that to me. So, yeah, I get it. But yeah, Repzion's alright. He's a cool guy. And I do agree with pretty much everything he says on ONISION. So, ONISION has this meltdown and uploaded his meltdown to YouTube, but ended up deleting the video, unfortunately, because I wanted to show you guys, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. But then ONISION started posting some very iffy messages to Twitter. Now this correlates with what I was saying earlier about the whole anti-racism thing. These tweets are just about the most racist tweets I have ever seen, and ONISION just thinks they're not. I don't know if he actually believes these things that he's saying, but if he does, then I'm shocked and confused. Let's take a look at them now. So basically, Repzion is part German. I don't even think he's that much German at all. So ONISION has latched onto this, which is a disgusting thing to do, by the way. And this is what he says. My advice to all Germans: move to France, England or Italy, any country that isn't the source of the world's greatest evil. So we're living in the 1940s. I wasn't aware of that. I kind of thought that, you know, that was a long time ago, and that's not now, because that was then. Do you know how time works, ONISION? You know, we're not in World War II anymore, silly boy. We're not living in a Nazi state of Germany. Did you not know these things? It's why I don't live in Alabama or Georgia. Racism overload. Yeah, that's right. Everyone that lives in Southern America is a racist bastard. Wowee. Oh boy. Oh my god. A hypocrisy overload. Jesus Christ. Racism overload. Yes, ONISION. But that's you. You're being so racist right now to both a whole country and another whole country. Southern America and Germany. They're just racist, evil scumbags, are they? Oh, so you're not racist because they're racist, and you're pointing out how racist and terrible these people are. So you're not. So I'm just trying. Let me just. So he's not racist, but these people are racist, and the racism overload. Right. So he and Alabama and Germany, greatest source of evil. I think we're getting there, guys. I think we're working this out. Alabama, we're really getting somewhere now. Here we go, guys. I figured it out. By the way, there are tons of Germans who still hate Jewish people. You would know this had you talked to German people who understand Germany. What? So there are tons of Germans who still hate Jewish people. You know, there are tons of Americans who hate Jewish people. There are probably tons of English people that hate Jewish people. There are probably tons of people everywhere that hate other kinds of people. You do realise that there are racist people everywhere too. That's just how the world works, you know. Have you ever heard of neo-Nazis in America? You live in Washington, so did you know there are lots of neo-Nazis in Washington? Because they're kind of everywhere. You get racist people everywhere. Did you not think about that? What are you talking about? You're pulling all of this straight out your ass whilst trying to make you seem like you're smarter than Repzion. Because, I'm sure you've talked to tons of German people and you have a vast source of credible information. Yeah, mate. For the record, German is an insult. You are literally saying that the term German is an insult. Oh, poor Germans. They're the real victims, I guess. Yeah, so would you like it if I said that you are a slave owner? You know, because America used to have lots of slaves and slave owners. Would you like it if I called you that? Would you like if I said, you know, being called American is an insult because it means you're an evil slave owner? This is in response to someone saying, dude, stop using German as an insult. That's horrible. You act like Germans don't already feel horrible about their past, and you're treating them like they still do these horrible things. Yeah, ONISION, we don't live in World War II Nazi Germany. Do you realise that? Do you actually understand how anything works? You know, is there something wrong with your programming? Are you okay? Do you need a new central processing unit? Are you managing to work out how to eat food and put clothes on and like tell what the time is and know that you live in a reality where everyone's not an evil scumbag and the only real evil scumbag is yourself? You working all this out? You need to restart your brain system. Same with the southern accent. Sounds like slavery to me. Thank goodness I come from the country that whooped the Germans and from the north that whooped the racist south. Long line of racist people, arse kickers in my blood. Yes, you're kicking those racists' asses by being the biggest racist. Do you know what racism is, ONISION? It's grouping a large amount of people together as being, you know, bad, being inherently bad people, which is, it's what you're doing right now. It's what you've now done in many messages. You're massively racist. Do you understand that? When I hear German, all I think is Nazi, Nazi, Nazi. Maybe I was an American soldier in my past life. I peed off the Germans. Uh-oh, please don't send me to a camp. All joking aside, you actually can't do this. These are honestly some of the most disgusting tweets I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of disgusting tweets. Mostly from you. But these pretty much top it all off. You are being horribly racist to a massive group of people. Well done! Right, now, this is a little segment I'm reserving for YouTube. YouTube, this video has been advertiser friendly. I haven't sworn. I've spoken about, quite a serious topic, but I haven't said anything vulgar, controversial, or out there. I know this video will get demonetized, and I know I will have to send it for review, but just hear me out here. All my videos get demonetized. I am losing a massive amount of my monthly income because of it. I make a tiny amount of money. YouTube is the only job I have at the moment because of my mental health conditions. It's the only job I can really manage doing right now. So please take this into consideration when you are demonetizing each one of my videos. Not only do I lose a vast amount of my monthly income, I also lose a massive amount of subscribers I could have possibly obtained. So please stop doing this. Just please, don't demonetize this video. I think this is an important topic that more people should be aware of. Okay? That's my bit on that. ONISION tweeted, "By the way, this is the dude I wanted to box. Would love to see his neo-Nazi girlfriend see her German boyfriend hit the mat." Back on topic, transphobic German Repsion and his transphobic Nazi girlfriend. Go ahead and sue me. Would love to show a judge the pages of proof on this Twitter showing we have a white supremacist / Nazi living among us, and you're dating her. So, like, when you want to sue Repsion for slander, you're actually the one doing the slandering? Because what Repsion says about you is true. But what you're saying about Repsion is massively insulting and has connotations that could lead him to being beaten up in public. You're really good at this whole YouTube business, aren't you? And please stop acting like you're smarter than everyone. You're not at all. You're just very condescending. That's about it. You're actually pretty stupid at the end of the day. Anyway, that's my piece on this horrendous business. Thank you for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed today's video, please do leave it a like and subscribe if you want to help support me and my channel. If you want to see lots more extra content, check out my Patreon in the description. I also have a Twitter setup, link in the description too. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you in the next one. Take care now.